season is basically here. The preseason has started. We already got to see the two new Twin Towers playing against one another and both looking great. And for once, the season kicks off without any weird drama looming over the start of the year. Last year, it felt like we had one of the loudest, most significant championships ever, with the big three winning their 4th championship together. Steph winning his first finals MVP. Now he's top 10. What does that mean for KD's legacy? Then KD requests a trade. Oddly had to come back. Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole. Like it was a lot going on. And this year, it feels like we have one of the more quieter champions. But let me not waste much more time. These are my bold predictions for the 2024 season that actually makes sense. The Los Angeles Lakers will be the first seed in the entire Western Conference. Now, this may sound like a reach to some because although they do have a very nice, well-balanced team all around, they're just not alone. Even with Denver losing Bruce Brown to the Pacers, there's still going to be a problem. The Suns.
I'm not gonna lie. If I were to bet on just who gets the #1 seed by the end of the season, I'd probably go Phoenix or LA. Phoenix or LA. I have my reservations about how Phoenix is going to be effective in the playoffs, but as a regular season team, I think they're going to run up numbers. I ain't going to lie. LA as well. I really like their depth. I think depth matters more in the regular season than in the playoffs, and them motherfuckers got a lot of bodies. Denver, I wouldn't bet on. Just the first seed. I still have them being a championship contender. I probably have them as a 3 or 4 seed. I would not want to face them in the playoffs, but just in terms of getting that #1 seed, I'm rolling with the Suns or the Lakers.
This roster looks incredible. The West in general is still pretty deep, so it's not an easy, definite thing to say. But I just really like the makeup of that Lakers team, and I love the moves.
I love it
Last year, post the deadline, they were like the best defensive team in the conference, and they went on that incredible run to make the conference finals. This was all without LeBron being 100% and missing a lot of the games. This was all pretty much on the fly, literally playing for their season without arguably their best player, and they had that.
I'm gonna be honest, even without barring injury, if LeBron and AD play 60, I still have them as a #1 seed.
That much success. Now, with the pieces they retained with Austin Reeves, D'Lo, Rui Hachimura, and the pieces they added with Gabe Vincent, Taurean Prince, who I like, Christian Wood, and just the familiarity of the entire unit now having a whole training camp together, I just think they're going to have a lot of success. Obviously, that's if, and that's a pretty big if now, LeBron and Anthony Davis can stay relatively healthy and play around 60 to 65 games, hopefully around 50, 55 together. But if they stay somewhat healthy for the most part, I think they're going to win that first seed. The OKC Thunder, arguably the most exciting new team in the NBA. They're going to make the NBA playoffs.
I got the one in 50.
Last year, this quote-unquote rebuilding team, literally the youngest team in the entire NBA, they were so close to making the playoffs without their top 2 pick playing 1 game. Not only is Chet Holmgren.
The only thing I'm afraid of, and I understand the context behind it, we kind of had these same thoughts about the Pelicans going into last season. Now, to their credit, there was proven a lot of people right in like the first 30 games, and then injuries just got out of hand. But again, I'm just hoping for a healthy season, dog. That's all I'm hoping for. It's not gonna happen, but that's all I'm hoping for, man.
Just a top 2 pick. To me, he's exactly the pick they need to take whatever that next step looks like for them. Being a versatile big that can stretch the floor, play the 2-man game with a true point,
also,
create
the Thunder
for himself,
are nice as
and
fucking
alter
2K.
the hell out of any shot at the rim.
But Josh
that's a
Giddey's
perfect
shot
fit
is
for literally any team,
dog.
but
I hate
especially
Josh
for
Giddey's
that
shot.
team. Last year, that team was 22nd in blocks. That's inevitably going to improve. They were 15th in defensive rating. That's inevitably going to improve. Even offensively, I'm just expecting a significant leap with a player that multifaceted and with that much size being added to an offense with Josh Giddey and SGA already there. So with that being said, this team to me will make the playoffs, and with the success they have, I think Chet is also going to win Rookie of the Year.
God.
That's just my prediction. This isn't really that bold or controversial or much of a hot take, but the Milwaukee Bucks, they're going to win the 2024 NBA championship. Now, yes, it's not going to be easy. Boston is going to be a monster, and I have my questions about their wing defense losing Grayson Allen, Andrew Holiday. But I just believe basketball-wise, maybe outside of like a Steph and a Giannis, you can't really put together a better duo or a better pairing than Dame and Giannis. And if Chris Middleton can give you anything close to what he once was, now being a third
I can. 7-0. What?
option, the offense is just going to be a nightmare. Also, what gives me some hope about their perimeter defense, you know who was the best all-around defense all last year? It was the Cleveland Cavaliers. I literally had my same concerns going into last year with them. You had very small D. Mitch and Darius Garland in the same backcourt, but their front court covered so much ground for them, they were still able to be dominant and very disruptive. I think Milwaukee can do something similar. So if that happens, and who knows, maybe Griffin plays Giannis more on ball defensively and Brook Lopez can remain that defensive player of the year type guy that he was last year, they're still going to be a top 5, 10-ish defense. Maybe not quite what they once were with Drew, but they're still going to be hard to score on to me. That paired with what I believe is going to be insane offensively.
Yo, I'm not going to lie, dog. The first week of 2K, bro, I was so confident playing the CPU. And then I played the Bucks in my career, bro. The Bucks fucked me up, bro. Oh, holy. The Bucks. And this was on Superstar too. Yo, the Bucks are hard to score on. But that was before the Dame trade, so they still had Drew. But Jesus Christ, bro.
Now with Dame and Giannis, it's just going to be a nightmare of a team. And I hate picking new teams to win, but this fit seems so seamless that I just will. Zion Williamson will actually play 50 games plus this year.
Crazy hot
Given
take.
that he's only played over 30 games plus once in 4 years, this is obviously extremely bold. I truly believe the public embarrassment this man got last year after playing 29 games after missing the entire prior season and all the off-court stuff, and his new contract just now kicks in this year. He has to be hungry to at least play this year. If this man has a duplicate of last year and really what his career has been, where he plays like 30, 35 games and he's gone and his team is basically abandoned by their best player, he's 100% getting shopped. Like I said, it was bearable when he was missing all those games on a rookie deal. This year, his massive contract kicks in. So if I don't care how dominant he is, if he's not playing the majority of the games or at least half, he has to go. De'Aaron Fox is going to be a dark horse MVP candidate. Probably my hottest take yet in this video. It seems like damn near everybody sold their king stock as this lucky team that was healthy last year, like the beam, it was cool, it was fun, all this. But
they wasn't lucky. I just feel like the standard to be MVP is so high that for De'Aaron to win MVP, the Kings would have to be the number 1 seed, and De'Aaron would have to put up like, what, chat, like 30, 39. It might have to be a 30, 10, and 8 season. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Because I know for a fact, Jokic is going to come out the gate. They're also going to be a top record winning team. And he's going to put up his 25, 26, 12, and 8. He's going to do that. Embiid is going to put up his 32, 12, and 4. You know what I'm like? Luka is going to put up his 33, 8, and 8. Curry is going to put up whatever the fuck he's going to put up. But Giannis is going to put up his 28, 12, and 5, and 1.5 steals and 2 blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, De'Aaron Fox would have to do something insane. Because you know for a fact he's not going to win the award on defense. So what De'Aaron would have to do offensively would have to be fucking nuts. That's why I just don't see this.
I don't look at them as this fluky team that's going to completely fall off the map.
I don't even see that
one thing I know about that team and what I believe they're going to continue to do next year, bro, that team can score. And I don't think they're championship contenders yet. But offensively, I don't think they're going to drop off. Last year, and I get it, the Kings, they're not a championship team, so people, like, they don't really care. But last year, they scored the most points a night since 1985. They had 4 players averaging at least 15 points a game, and that didn't even include Keegan Murray, who we've seen improving in the playoffs, and Malik Monk, who I believe is an 18 to 20 point per game scorer, potentially. I just think they're still going to be good, and De'Aaron Fox is going to continue to get better. I'm not saying De'Aaron Fox is about to be the next Steph. So when I make this comparison, please do not take it there. But to me, them last year losing to the Warriors in the playoffs in 7 games, it reminds me of when Steph lost to Chris Paul in 7 games in 2014 to the Clippers. Steph was 25 at that time, losing to the best point guard in the NBA. De'Aaron Fox was 25 last year, losing to the best point guard in the NBA. The next year, Steph won an MVP and a championship. Not saying De'Aaron Fox is going to do that, but I think he's going to continue to get better, and the Kings are still going to be a valuable Western Conference team. I don't know how much they're going to improve defensively, but to me, the Kings are still going to score a bunch of points, which is going to result in them still winning a lot of games, which is going to result in De'Aaron Fox being an MVP type candidate, kind of like a Devin Booker, where he probably won't win, but his name will be mentioned deservingly. And lastly, the Phoenix Suns will have the first set of teammates, I believe, average 50, 40, 90 splits.
I thought he was about to say, first of all, I thought this said playoffs. I thought he was about to say the Suns will average 50, 40, 90 in the playoffs. I'm like, what the fuck?
Average 50, 40, 90 splits. If you don't know, that's when the player shoots 50% from the field, 40% from deep, and 90% from the free throw line. Now, this has only been done, I believe, like 14 times in the history of the entire NBA. And I believe the Suns are going to have 2 players have that on the same team. Think about it like this, and I was kind of hard on this big 3 when it first came together, but now seeing what they put around it, I'm a little bit more optimistic about it. All 3 of them had career years and efficiencies to some capacity, and they're now on the same team. Last year, Bradley Beal averaged a career high field goal percentage with the Wizards team and their spacing and shot like 51% from the field. Kevin Durant last year literally had the highest true shooting percentile ever from any player that averaged his point total or more.
Oh, wow.
And Devin Booker had an 11-game playoff stretch with KD where he shot 58, 51, 87 splits. And now they're all on the same team. Like I said, 3 of the most efficient, effortless 3-level scorers in the game now on the same team. And I truly believe 2 of them, at least 2 of them, I was going to say 3, but I'm going to say at least 2, they're going to average 50, 40, 90 splits with the spacing they all provide. If you guys like this video, If you made
I think my question is Bradley Beal's ability to hit either the 50 or the 40, or to be honest, Bradley Beal's the biggest question. Because I think he can put up like 47, 36, 87 type shit, right? But 50, 40, 90, D-Book, I think I'm confident he can hit the 50. On the 90, he might be at like 88. You know what I'm saying? 88. The 40% from 3, he might be 37, 38. He might hit 40 though. With KD, shit, I'm not surprised at all if KD gets another 50, 40, 90. Like I ain't tripping off KD getting 50, 40, 90. So to me, the real question is just which one out of D-Book and Bradley Beal will pull that shit off, to be honest with you.